Today, I'm going to explain Brown v. Board of Education, the landmark case that challenged racial segregation in American public schools.
In 1950s America, segregation was not simply a social custom. In many states, it was enforced by law, and children were growing up inside that system.
The foundation was an 1896 ruling called Plessy v. Ferguson, which accepted the doctrine of separate but equal.
In Topeka, Kansas, a young girl named Linda Brown faced a simple injustice. The nearest white school was closed to her because of her race.
Instead of attending the nearby school, she had to travel much farther to reach the school assigned to black children.
The NAACP saw these cases as more than individual complaints. They saw an opportunity to attack segregation at its constitutional foundation. Marshall's team built a powerful argument. Segregation itself inflicted harm, because the state was deliberately separating children by race. Leading the legal strategy was a determined team of civil rights lawyers who understood that winning would require dismantling the logic behind segregation itself. Psychologists Kenneth and Mamie Clark provided evidence that racial segregation could damage children's self-perception and reinforce feelings of inferiority.
The question before the Supreme Court became larger than one classroom. Could a government constitutionally separate children solely because of their race? The cases were combined under Brown v. Board of Education, bringing the constitutional battle directly to the nation's highest court. Marshall argued that state-enforced separation violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment says that states cannot deny any person the equal protection of the laws. That single promise became central to the fight against segregation. On May 17, 1954, the Supreme Court announced its unanimous decision in Brown v. Board of Education. Brown became a landmark victory for the civil rights movement and changed the direction of American constitutional law.
The court rejected racial segregation in public education, ruling that separate educational facilities were inherently unequal under the Constitution.
But the ruling did not instantly integrate America. Resistance remained, and the struggle for equal education continued for decades. Brown v. Board did not erase racism, but it broke a constitutional barrier and showed how the law could become a powerful instrument for equality.
More than 70 years later, Brown v. Board remains a reminder that changing the law can change the course of history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.